From UHAS McGinley Stadium tonight, the Penn Hills Indians play host to the Cavaliers from Kiski Area High School. A very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along for another evening of exciting Penn Hills Indians football. Here on the Indians Football Network. Indians coming into tonight 4-0 on the season. Kiski Area Cavaliers 3-1. Winners over Alderdice, Shaler, and Fox Chapel. Lost a close one by 7 at North Hills by a score of 35-28. Kiski Area undefeated at home, winless on the road. And the Indians are going to try to keep that going. Captains are on the field, and we are about to get underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to pick up your Penn Hills Pride items, or perhaps getting some fresh kettle corn, make sure you stop by the Booster booth. Penn Hills has elected to receive the opening kickoff.
Indians will receive the opening kickoff. Storms on the way for tonight. We're starting this one here a little bit early. Indians with the Florida State look tonight. The red jerseys, Vegas gold pants. They have the red helmets. Hardy and Smith back for the Indians. Hardy, the dangerous returner. Hardy has kick returns for touchdowns on the season. Very muggy night. The sky is relatively clear. Nice blue skies, some occasional clouds. Looking at it, you wouldn't think that some heavy storms were on the way, but they are. And we are about to get underway here at UHAS McGinley Stadium. Short kick by the Cavaliers. Out across the 30 to the 35-yard line is Cameron Hopkins.
Cameron Hopkins on the return.
And Indians will start about their own 40-yard line.
Tackled by Andrew Mason.
Big word on this game tonight. The top two passers in 5A facing off. Penn Hills senior Hollis Mathis is on his way to Howard. He's completed 48 of 75 attempts, 802 yards passing and 12 touchdowns. And then we'll see when Kiski gets the ball, Ryan Wallace, who already has over 1,000 yards on the season. Mathis from the shotgun. Hardy goes in motion left to right. Low snap, will hand off to Tank. Tank finds himself a lane across the 40, the 45, the 50. We'll have a first down in Kiski territory after picking up 11 yards. Jack Kalecki with the tackle for the Cavaliers. It was a low snap, rolled on the ground. Mathis did a nice job of picking it up and handing it off to Tank. Found himself a little bit of a lane and picked up the 11 yards. Four-man front for the Cavaliers. Better snap this time. Hulse will throw. Has Cephas, who is unable to hold on to it. Cephas committed to Kent State this week.
Mathis pass incomplete. Intended for Dante Cephas.
Second down is going to be Tank. Up the middle, fights his way ahead for a tough pickup of about 3 yards.
Tank Smith on the carry.
Bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Cavaliers.
Brought down by number 4, Dane Fitzsimmons.
Mathis runs the sideline, has a man over the middle, has a pass complete. It's the first down at the 30-yard line. Coming this way is Hardy. So far the race to the corner of the end zone. Hardy inside the 10, 5, pushed out of bounds close to the 1-yard line. They will mark him at the 1. 45-yard pass. Mathis to Daquan Hardy. Kalecki again with the tackle for the Cavaliers. First and goal, Indians at the 1. Hollis Mathis did a nice job on the previous play. Just skirted the line of scrimmage, so he found an open Hardy, and Tank will rumble across into the end zone for the Penn Hills touchdown.
Tank Smith with the Penn Hills touchdown.
Touchdown coming with 10:25 to go here in the opening quarter. Toss right. Indians fumble the snap. The conversion fails. Again, the Indians without
2-point conversion is no good.
kicker A.J. Collins. So 10:25 to go first quarter. To score, Penn Hills 6. Kiski nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Kickoff taken at the 27-yard line. Fair catch called for and made. Garrett Polka
Fair catches.
at the 27-yard line, and Cavaliers will take the field. Now we'll get to see Ryan Wallace. 1,015 yards, 9 touchdowns. He's 52 of 105 on the season. 5th leading passer in the WPIAL. So something's got to give tonight. The Indians is the excellent secondary. Wallace with one of the better quarterbacks in the WPIAL. Swing pass, left side, pass complete. Polka will have a first down across the 40. The 45 Tank will come up and drop him at the 50-yard line after a pickup of 23 yards.
Ryan Wallace pass complete to Garrett Polka. Tackle by Tank Smith. First down.
Wallace in the shotgun, has Steele behind him. Steele will now move up to Wallace's right. Indians jump off sides.
Flag on the field.
Indians just a little too aggressive here early.
Encroachment. Penn Hills.
Well, as far as the quarterback battle goes, Mathis with 45 yards on Indians' opening drive. There was one pass to Hardy, which set them up at the 1, and Wallace's first pass, a 23-yarder to Polka. 1st and 5 for the Cavaliers. Fake the inside handoff. Wallace is going to throw. Pass tipped in the air. Tank with the contact on Tracy Morris.
Incomplete. Intended for Tracy Morris.
And to bring up a 2nd down and 5. Fortunately for Cavaliers, the ball fell to the turf after it was tipped in the air. Wallace throws towards the sideline. He's headed for Luke Lander. Had Jordy Boswell on the coverage for him. The pass too high. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Indians jump off sides again and give them the 1st down. Morris went in motion right to left. Again, the Indians playing a bit aggressively. 2nd 1st down for the Cavaliers. All 10 of this one on penalty yardage. Two offsides. Twins to the near side. It's Morris and Lander. Single receiver to the left. Will keep it on the ground this time, and nothing much doing there. A couple of yards for Steele. Gets wrapped up by Freeman.
Hayden Wright, the carry. Brought down by number 53, George Freeman.
It was Hayden Wright. Wright picks up the blockers. Wallace throws left side too high. Was intended for Troy Kuhn.
Wallace pass incomplete. Intended for Troy Kuhn.
And they'll bring up a 3rd down and about 8 for the Cavaliers. Wallace near side. Pass picked off by Hardy, and nobody's going to catch him. Hardy into the end zone for the Penn Hills touchdown. Hardy was out there in the flat. And he just stepped in front of the pass, and he took it to the house. 78 yards for Hardy. Indians up 12-0 with 8:39 to go. Hollis over the middle, too hard. He passed too high. Score remains Penn Hills 12, Kiski area nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Kiski area 0.
Kickoff at the 20-yard line. Tracy Morris with the return out across the 30 to the 34-yard line. Cavs will keep it on the ground. Stuffed, losing a yard. It was Hayden Wright. First contact by George Freeman.
Brought down in the backfield by Darrell Porter.
Well, a straight drop pressured by Boswell. Gets a pass out to the left. Picks up about 3 yards. Threw a bullet. Troy Kuhn with the reception.
Troy Kuhn.
But it'll be 3rd and 8.
Third down.
I'd like to say a special hello to all our alumni out watching, taking this one in on YouTube, especially those of you who recently graduated and are off at college. Well, a straight drop over the middle, pass high. Kuhn has it at the 50-yard line. Thomas will wrap him up and bring him down at the Indians' 49. Pick up a 15. That's a first down for the Cavaliers.
Tackle on the play by Corey Thomas.
Well, it's now 3 of 6. 41 yards and an interception. Straight drop. Throws left side. Down the field. Has a man. A pass too far. It was intended for Kalecki.
Ball is passed, incomplete. Intended for Kalechi.
Wallace gets the pass away downfield and a pass too far. Dane Fitzsimmons was out there.
Wallace pass, incomplete. Intended for Dane Fitzsimmons. Third down.
Boswell was on the coverage for the Indians, and they'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Wallace under pressure, and it'll be sacked. No, he'll get away and be sacked again. He'll be sacked finally, I should say. Donnie Blue coming up with the final sack back at the 40-yard line.
Wallace sacked in the backfield by number 20.
He'll lose 12 on the sack. Armin Gustav is with the sack. And now the Cavaliers will have to punt. Jared Custer gets the kick away. Hits at the 20, goes out of bounds. Nice kick by Custer, and that's where the Indians will take over at the 20-yard line. 6:29 to go, first quarter. Penn Hills 12. Kiski nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Only second possession of the game for the Indians. Only run 5 plays. They're up 12-0. Hardy comes in motion this way. And Mathis is going to follow him up the middle. They fake the jet. And Mathis does a little scurry up the middle for 3 yards. Mathis is on his way to Howard University. He's joined there by Tank Smith. And just this week, Dante Cephas committed to Kent State. It was Kent State, right, Bernard? Yeah, it was Kent. The Golden Flashes. Before the season's over, a lot of these seniors will be committing somewhere. It looks like the Indians may have lined up awkwardly.
Illegal procedure, Penn Hills.
Indians will be action right here again next Friday night, taking on Armstrong. Low snap. Mathis does a nice job to pick it up and runs this way. It's being chased, tries to use his speed, gets the pass away, has the pass complete. And the pass is caught. It was tipped and caught. Richard Martin will have a first out for the Indians. Drags Cavaliers to the 50-yard line. On a broken play, the Indians get a big completion. And mark him at the 49-yard line. 31-yard pickup on the play and a first down for the Indians. Mathis has pass completions of 45 and 31 yards. And the Indians use a timeout. 5:06 to go first quarter. Penn Hills 12, Kiski nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Timeout over. 5:06 still remain here in quarter number one. The Indians up 12-0, looking to pad that lead. Swing pass this way. It's Tank. Indians showing a lot of misdirection on the play. Tank will get wrapped up, not brought down. Still on his feet. Up the sideline to Tank. Breaking tackles down to the 31. Oh, my. 20 yards on the little swing pass to the Tank. And the Tank kept the feet moving, just kept rumbling. Finally brought down from behind at the 31. Pistol formations for the Indians. Plowden. Gets nothing. Indians have just so many weapons. Bring people in and out. What do they replace them with? There's still another weapon. Mathis, right side, too far for Martin.
Mathis pass incomplete.
Now bring up a third down and 10. We'll stop the clock with 3:54 to go. Here in quarter number one. And the Indians up 12-0. Third and 10 Indians. Plowden to the left, Tank to the right, Mathis in the middle. Mathis looks right side, has a man through the hands of Cephas. That'll bring up a fourth down. Indians not wearing those new Adidas uniforms they were supposed to be breaking in tonight. And Mathis looks at the defense and calls a timeout. 3:49 to go first quarter. Penn Hills 12, Kiski nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Indians back on the field following the timeout. 4th and 10 at the Cavaliers' 31-yard line. Trips to the near side. Cephas, the lone man to his right. Will be taking the backfield. Indians setting up a screen. No, they're not. Hollis looks for somewhere to go. Gets wrapped up by Kuhn. And will be dropped after a pickup of 1. Pocket broke down. Mathis had some room to run, it appeared, but Kuhn got the paw in and brought Mathis down after a pickup of 1. The Cavaliers hold the Indians off and will take over on downs with 3:42 to go here in quarter number 1. Take over at their own 31-yard line. So actually no gain on the play for Mathis. Wallace with a deep drop. But the Cavaliers going to be called for a legal procedure.
Illegal procedure. Kiski area.
Pass near side too high for Morris. Bring up a 2nd down and 15. Boswell in the coverage, also with Dylan Bennett. And it brings up a 2nd down. Wallace, pass this side, Morris. Wrapped up by Gustav and Bennett after pickup of maybe 2.
Brought down by Dylan Bennett. And Armand. Gustav.
That brings up a 3rd and 13 for the Cavs, who trail the Indians by 12. Clock ruling, 3:10 to go here, opening quarter. Wallace under pressure throws left side to pass high, but caught. And the Indians unable to wrap up and bring down Kalechi, who fights his way ahead for a 1st down at the 42-yard line. 14-yard pickup for Kalechi. And that's a Cavalier 1st down. Did a nice job of not going down, keeping the feet moving, and carrying defenders past that 1st down marker. So now the Cavaliers with a fresh set, but there's a penalty flag back at the 16-yard line. Do you see any kind of a rough or anything here, Bernard? They're calling roughing the passer. They'll tack 15 on to the end of the play. And it's another 1st down for the Cavaliers if you're keeping score at home. That'll move the Cavs to the Indian 43-yard line. Balls throws downfield towards the end zone. Was head looking for a Kalechi. Martin and Bennett on the coverage. The pass incomplete. But Wallace threw that one up a country mile. Fake the jet sweep, swing past this side. Garrett Polka. Get down to about the 40-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 now for the Cavaliers. Wallace throws left side and overthrows Andrew Mason.
Intended for number 11, Andrew Mason. 4th down.
They bring up a 4th down for the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers will use a timeout. 1:49 to go, first period. Penn Hills 12, Kiski nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. It's that time of year when the weather changes and nobody can speak. Wallace on a 4th and 7. Left-handed quarterback throws left side. Pass complete. That'll be a 1st down. The penalty flag comes in. Not sure if they're going to call a push-off on Kalechi. If it's good, it's a 10-yard reception. Holding against the Indians.
Holding against Penn Hills. Play results. Kiski, 1st down.
Ball moved down to the 30-yard line following the reception to Kalechi. Ball is flushed left. Holds the ball late, does get the pass away. Throws it out of bounds. There were Cavaliers in the area.
Out of bounds.
And there's an injured Indian on the far side, Tyree Brooks. 1:19 to go, first period. Penn Hills 12, Cavs nothing. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Motion coming in the near side, that's Lander. Wallace throws, left side underneath to Kalechi. And they're going to call a late flag on Boswell.
Wallace pass complete to Kalechi. Flag on the play.
So the 3-yard pass and then the resulting 15-yard penalty. That'll move the ball down inside the 20-yard line to the 14.
Penn Hills results in a Kiski 1st down.
Well, if you're watching Dr. Fowler, we'd like to say hello, the Indians orthopedic surgeon. Wallace under pressure throws left side, has a man in the end zone, and the pass incomplete. Cephas did a nice job of pushing Kalechi out of bounds, which is legal.
Broken up by Dante Cephas.
Polka will move to Wallace's right. Now go to left. Swing pass that way, underneath. Plowden, wrap him up, bring him down just shy of the 10-yard line. We'll call it a pickup of 4. Cavaliers going to look and watch the quarter wind down. And that'll do it. After 1, the score, Penn Hills 12. Kiski nothing. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Second quarter about to get underway down to our left. Score Indians 12, Cavaliers nothing. Kiski driving. Wallace pressured, gets away from 2 men across the 20, looks for someone to go and runs out of bounds in front of Andy Plowden at the 11-yard line.
Wallace on the keeper. 4th down.
Fourth down for the Cavaliers at the 10. They need to get to the 4. We'll send trips to the right. Kalechi, the lone receiver, to the near side. Wallace looks to Kalechi the whole way, and the pass tipped away by Cephas. Nice drive by the Cavaliers, but it ends in no points. The Indians will take over on downs with 11:52 to go here in quarter number 2. At their own about 11-yard line. Indians with a number of long plays this season. See if they add to it. It'll be Tank across the 15. Wrapped up. Fights his way, drives across the 20-yard line to the 21. Looks like it's going to be just shy of a first down.
Brought down by number 21, Nick Delp.
9 yards officially for the Tank. When he starts digging those feet in, it's hard to bring him down. As mentioned last week, he has those big thighs. Reminiscent of Robert Newhouse of the Cowboys back in the 70s. And they're going to measure for a first down here. John and Mark Zakia holding the sticks. And okay, Tank got 9 yards, 2 feet, and 10 inches. Unfortunately, those 2 feet and 10 inches aren't going to count towards the stats. You have to get the entire yard. So the Indians have a 2nd and 2 inches. That'll be Tank. He'll get the first down and more. Shakes a man at the 25, across the 30, the 40. Shakes another. Finally, it takes 4 Cavaliers to bring him down at the 45-yard line after a pickup of 25. Indians will send Grimes in motion to the left. It'll be Tank following left side. Tank will have another first down. In Cavalier territory to the 44-yard line. Picks up 11.
Brought down by Jack Kiski. That play results in a Penn Hills touchdown.
Tank has 80 yards, rushing yards already. Tank gets stacked up and loses a yard.
Smith on the carry. Back up by number 28. Hayden Wright.
Hayden Wright with the tackle for the Cavaliers. Snell all alone to the left, trips to the near side. That's Martin, Grimes, and Hardy. Mathis looks that way down the field towards Hardy at the 20. Catches it! Touchdown, Penn Hills! Daquan Hardy, 46 yards. The Indians strike again. His second touchdown of the game. First offensive touchdown. Touchdown coming with 9:46 to go in quarter number 2. And the conversion is good.
2-point conversion is good.
9:46 to go. First half.
Scores now
Penn Hills 20. Kiski nothing. You're watching Indians Football Network. Indians tagged for procedure. Have to do it again. Back of the end zone, Martin. Conversion is good. Score remains, Penn Hills 20, Kiski nothing. You're watching Indians Football Network. Drive of 89 yards for the Indians in 5 plays.
Luke Lander on the return.
Lander with the return, not across the 36-yard line.
Tackled by number 15, Dante Pollard.
Dante Pollard with the tackle for the Indians.
William Steve.
Wallace rolls to his right. He's going to take off running. Brought down from behind by Jordy Boswell after a short gain. Give him 3 yards to the 39-yard line.
Brought down by Jordy Boswell.
Yeah, looking at the radar, the storms are coming. Wallace throws near side pass up in the air. It was intended for Kalechi. Bennett was on the coverage. It got tipped over Bennett. That'll be third down from the 39-yard line. Clock stops with 8:51 to go here in the first half. Wallace throws this side. Pass complete. Bennett on the coverage. Fitzsimmons with the reception. He'll be short of the first down. Be 4th and 2. Pick up a 5 on the play. Cavaliers will punt. It's Jared Custer, who hit a booming one earlier. This one's short. Hardy's going to return it from his own 27-yard line. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Goes down, loses the football, and the Cavaliers say they have it, and they do. Hardy just trying to do a little too much on that one, the playmaker that he is. Loses the football. The Cavaliers will start another drive. This one with 8:33 to go in the half. They'll start at their own 30-yard line. Excuse me, the Indians' 30-yard line. Yeah, the Cavaliers left a little early. That'll cost them 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 15. It's a long first quarter. A lot of throwing to the ball. Second turnover of the game, one by each team. Cavs will go nowhere on the ground. D'Annunzio Biss for no gain. Second and 15. I was going to say Bliss lost a yard. It'll be 2nd and 16. Swing pass right side, caught. Breaking one tackle, across the 30, out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It's Luke Lander. We'll pick up close to 10, I guess. We'll call it 9. That'll be 3rd and about, we'll call it a long 6. Maybe 7. D'Annunzio Biss to the left of Wallace. Pressured, throws. And Indians unable to come up with it. It was Rick Martin who made the diving try on the near sideline. And another roughing the quarterback call against the Indians.
Personal foul. Penn Hills. Penalty results. And Kiski first down.
Half the distance to the goal, down to the 13-yard line. See former Indian coach John Peterman across the sideline there at the 19-yard line. Weird seeing him in a blue shirt. Pressured again, gets the pass away underneath. Inside the 10, 5, touchdown, Cavaliers, Dane Fitzsimmons.
Ball is pass complete to Dane Fitzsimmons. Play results in a Kiski touchdown.
So the Cavaliers capitalize on the Indian turnover. Touchdown coming with 7:04 to go. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:04 to go, first half. Penn Hills 20, Kiski 7. You are watching the Indians Football Network. Four-play drive goes 30 yards for the Cavaliers, aided by a roughing the passer penalty. The Cavaliers now trail by 13. Little pooch kick. Taken at the 27-yard line. Yeah, that's about it for Cameron Hopkins. We'll get to the 29.
Cameron Hopkins on the return for Penn Hill. Tackle by number 8,
Jack Diltz with the tackle for the Cavaliers. Hollis fakes the tank, takes off himself. Hollis across the 35, close to the 40-yard line. He'll be near an Indian first down. I'm going to say he has it. They will. They will give him the 40-yard line, a pickup of 11. And a first down for the Indians. Cavaliers will be hosting Hampton next Friday night. The Indians will be hosting Armstrong Central. The Riverhawks. Tank, left side, looks for someone to go, breaks a tackle in the backfield, fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. Statistically, that'll say no gain, but he should have been dropped for a 4-yard loss. Mathis has the protection, throws, has a man across the 40, he's going to be gone. Daquan Hardy with the hat trick up the sideline, 60 yards. Took the Indians just 3 plays to extend the lead. Now up 26 to 7 with the extra point coming. Mathis rolls to his right, looking into the back of the end zone. Overthrows everybody, and the conversion fails. 5:44 to go, first half. Penn Hills 26, Kiski 7. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Indians, 3 offensive touchdowns, 1 defensive touchdown. 3 touchdowns tonight by Hardy. Kickoff. Taken by Lander across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Tackle made by Armand Gustav. And Tyree Brooks. Wallace sets up the screen underneath. D'Annunzio Bliss breaks one tackle from Boswell. Breaks a second and a third. Finally, the fifth tackler brings him down at the 39-yard line after a pickup of 7. Nice bit of yards after the catch by D'Annunzio Bliss. That brings up a 2nd down and 3. Cavaliers get the ball to start half number 2. Still 5 minutes left in this half. Cavaliers pass complete underneath. That's Morris. And Morris hit from behind by Rick Martin. Goes down at the 34-yard line. That's 27 yards and a 1st down for the Cavaliers. For you Indian fans watching live on YouTube, we will be live again next week here against Armstrong. Hopefully we should be live every week, depending on the facilities. Pass complete, almost picked off. Troy Kuhn with the reception. Devin Best almost had himself an interception. 14-yard pickup for the Cavs and a 1st down. Wallace throws underneath. Down to about the 14-yard line goes Fitzsimmons. It's about 6 yards. Again, the Indians jump off sides.
Flag on the field. Encroachment. Penn Hills. Penalty reserves. Kiski 1st down.
And Wallace will be sacked. Boswell. Best. All right, Tyree Brooks back there. And Walker back at the 26-yard line, 17-yard loss. Wallace launches one left side towards the end zone. Pass caught, touchdown. Garrett Polka. He got behind Cephas. The Cavaliers cut the lead. And the kick is up and good. 2:52 to go, first half. Penn Hills 26, Kiski 14. You're watching Indians Football Network. Kick taken at the 5. Grimes up the middle across the 30. Grimes still running. Brought down just shy of the 40-yard line. Okay, we'll give him the 40-yard line. 35 yards on the return. And the Indians offense back on the field with 2:46 to go. I think if you're the Indians, you want to put points on the board here. They're up 12. Mathis tucked it in just as he got to throw because he's going to get hit. Tucks it up across the 40-yard line, the 45 to 50. Out of bounds in Kiski territory at the 45-yard line. 15-yard pickup for Mathis. That's a first down for the Indians. Tank to Mathis's right. Mathis will throw. Under pressure from behind. Penalty flags come in. This one will come back. It's going to be a spot foul from 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Indians will get tagged for a 13-yard penalty here. Not quite sure what the long discussion over a holding penalty is. Mark off the 10 yards from the flag and let's move on. So back-to-back penalties there for the Indians on the same play. Marked off both of them. Holding and an unsportsmanlike conduct. So it'll be 1st and 38. Ball back at the 28-yard line. Mathis over the middle. Grimes streaking across the 45. Drags Cavaliers up to the 50-yard line. 22 yards for Grimes. And the Indians get a nice chunk of the yardage back. Mathis does throw. Grimes again up the sideline. Shake and bake inside to 30, down to the 29-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Indians. Cavaliers had the Indians first and 38. It takes the Indians 2 plays to get a first down. Now Kiski will call a timeout. 1:52 to go in the first half. The Cavaliers trail. It's Penn Hills 26, Kiski nothing, or Kiski 14. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Indians back out following the timeout. Mathis looks over the middle, has a man, Rick Martin, touchdown, Penn Hills. 29 yards, Mathis to Martin. Oh boy, and a flag on the play. Said the Indians had a first and 38 back at the 28-yard line 3 plays ago. Now it looks like they're going to have to replay that third play. You know, it took Mathis about 2 seconds to get rid of this ball. You know, watching the replay, nobody left the line of scrimmage. And then you should come back to the same thing. There it is, Martin. Be first and goal inside the down to the 9. That's 25 yards. Tank moves up to Hollis's left. And it'll be Tank. Tank, 10, 5, touchdown. Tank Smith into the end zone. Penn Hills extend the lead. Touchdown coming with 1:31 to go. And no, there's not enough flag. They're setting up for the point after. Indians up 32-14. Grimes on the conversion. The Indians now up 34-14. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Kickoff taken at the 16-yard line by Tracy Morris. They'll get out about the 29-yard line. Wallace looks to the near side pass. Up, caught. Kalechi at the 35-yard line. Jordy Boswell with the tackle for the Indians. Dylan Bennett also in. Clock rolling under a minute to go here in the half. Indian secondary just looking for an opportunity here. Kalechi again, brought down by Bennett after a pickup of about 8.
The results in the Kiski first down.
Wallace over the middle, has a man. The pass tipped, almost intercepted, and then almost caught by Troy Kuhn. Gonna bring up a second down for the Cavaliers. 36 seconds remain in the half. Again, the Cavs do get the ball to start half number 2. And everyone moved except for the center.
Illegal procedure. Kiski.
Wallace sets up the screen underneath. As a man completes to right. And Wright gets maybe a yard.
Complete. The big right. Brought down by
Devin Best on the tackle for the Indians.
down. Timeout. Penn Hills.
And Indians will call a timeout. 19 seconds to go. First half. Penn Hills 34, Kiski 14. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Third down, 14 for the Cavs. And they're going to take a knee. And the Indians will take it to the half. Clock will wind down. And the bands are coming up next. After one half of play, your score, Penn Hills 34, Kiski area 14. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. And Kiski brings out the return unit. Arlen Thompson will kick off for the Indians. And a short kickoff taken at the 32-yard line, and coming in to make a tackle on Hayden Wright is the Indians' Noel Roach, who just came crashing through and made the tackle.
Tackled by number 8, Akeem. Now.
19 had that tackle.
Assisted by Noel Roach.
Kiski starting at their own 35-yard line, trailing by 20. Wallace is going to throw. Swing pass near side. Was intended for Polka. Incomplete. To bring up a second down. Wallace again, launching one down the sideline, has a man. Pass wasn't catchable, was intended for Kalechi. They're going to call a pass interference call on Dante Cephas. Pass interference call will give the Cavaliers a first down. Cavaliers win early. That'll be 1st and 15. Lander comes in motion to the near side. Wallace looks that way, launches one downfield, has a man, and the pass picked off by Cephas. Cephas comes to the near side across the 45, the 50. Up the sideline, needs some blocks, and goes out. It looks like he went out of bounds. No, he didn't. He's going to return it for a touchdown. Oh, there's a penalty flag back at the 39-yard line. Caught a block in the back at the 40-yard line. I'll take a look at it on the replay up here in the booth. Oh, that was a clean hit. He hit him right on the shoulder on the side. It's okay. The officials had a different angle. Indians will take over with 11:21 to go here in the third quarter. Indians started their own 45-yard line, up 20. First possession here in the third. High snap. Play action to Tank. Swinging out to the left. Too high for Grimes. Pistol formation for the Indians. Tank is deep. And it'll be Tank up the middle. Across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Pickup of about 6. Indians will be looking at a 3rd down and 4. Tank, again, fights his way ahead. We'll have the 1st down at the 45-yard line. Needed 4, got 4. Tackle on the play. No, we don't have a name for number 20. Hardy. Jet sweep this way. Gets the blocks across the 40. 45, 35. Spins ahead inside the 30. Down to the 28-yard line. 17-yard pickup for Daquan. And another Penn Hills Indian 1st down.
Brought down by number 52, Justin Hessam. Gonna play results to the Penn Hills. 1st down.
Indians keep it on the ground. Kiski says they have, and Anthony Grimes came up with it. Grimes will lose a yard, but recovers the fumble. That's the important part. I'd like to wish a very happy birthday to one of my all-time favorites, Trayvon Hester. Celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, big guy, if you're watching. Mathis with the read, flips it off to Grimes. Grimes with a move inside the 20, up the sideline, cuts back to the middle, inside the 10. It'll be first and goal Indians at the 8-yard line. 22-yard pickup for Grimes. It'll be first and goal Indians. You saw Mathis on the read option, had that in the belly of Tank. Just held it there, and as soon as the defender bit the Tank, Mathis pulled it back out of it to take off running. And then the defense committed on Mathis, opened up Grimes in the flat. Mathis didn't go across the line of scrimmage, flipped it over to Grimes, who rumbled his way down to the 8-yard line. Mathis throwing right side into the end zone, has a man, touchdown, Penn Hills. Daquan Hardy, his 4th touchdown of the game. And the Indians extend their lead. That's not coming with 8:51 to go here in the 3rd. Penalty flag on the point after.
Legal procedure, Penn Hills.
Mathis, right side on the conversion to Cephas. Unable to come up with. The score remains Penn Hills 40, Kiski 14. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Short kickoff. Cavaliers are going to have great field position. Penalty flag comes in near the 50. Benston on the return. The Indians might get charged with a face mask here. So a 5-yarder. There's nobody in the stands, so we can actually hear the officials on the field up here in the press box. Move the ball to the 48-yard line of the Penn Hills Indians. Wallace throws near side, pass complete, underneath to Kuhn. Maybe a yard. Corey Thomas comes up to make the tackle for the Indians. Wallace from under center. 2-yard pickup. That's Hayden Wright, wearing number 20, apparently. Kalechi goes in motion to the right. Right, bobbles a snap, under pressure, gets it underway. It gets it away, I should say. And it'll be close to a first down. Dane Fitzsimmons. Brought down by Devin Best. And that'll be enough for a Cavalier first down. Wallace pass almost picked off. Corey Thomas goes up, unable to come down with it, but what an effort by Thomas.
Broken up by Corey Thomas.
Second on out for the Cavaliers. Fitzsimmons comes in motion to the near side. Joins Kalechi. Lander, lone receiver to the right. Looking straight down, over the middle. Down to the near sideline, throws that one away. It's intended for Kuhn, pass incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Kuhn. Third down.
Fitzsimmons in motion to the right. Kalechi, one receiver to the near side. Walsh looks right. Pass complete to Kuhn. Kuhn down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards for the Cavaliers on third down. And it'll be a 4th and 2. Hardy on the tackle for the Indians. And 4th down for the Cavaliers. Wallace under pressure near side, gets the pass away. And Corey Thomas is right there on Kuhn. Incomplete. The Indians will take over on downs. Change of possession coming to 6:13 to go here in quarter number 3. Indians still with a 40-14 lead. Checking our numbers, if folks turning in, looks like everybody who went home is tuned in and watching the game now. We appreciate it. Appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at PHQB Club. I'd like to say a special hello to the Breadman, class of 96 here at Penn Hill, sitting home, watching the game on the big screen. Mathis, pass picked off over the middle. Kalechi inside the 20, inside the 15, 10, 5. Carries Indians down to the 2-yard line.
Mathis pass intercepted by Jack Kalechi.
Not sure what happened on that one. There was nobody in the area except for Kalechi. Not sure if Mathis didn't see him, if he was throwing to a spot and a receiver ran a wrong route. But nonetheless, but at the end of the play, Mathis made the tackle.
Kyle Sapinski with a Kiski touchdown.
So the Cavaliers take one play to go the 2 yards. Still not sure who number 20 is. Kick is up and good. 5:54 to go, third quarter. Penn Hills 40, Kiski area holding on, and they have 21. You are watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Short kickoff taken at the 25-yard line, across the 30, 35. Slithering his way across the 40. was Donnie Blue. Jack Diltz with the tackle for the Cavaliers. Indians starting at their own 43-yard line. Mathis, quarterback sweep all the way across the 50. The 40 runs out of bounds ahead of Kalechi. Inside the 40 at the 37-yard line. That's 20-yard pickup for Hollis Mathis and a Penn Hills Indian first down. They were unable to bring Tank down. They stopped the forward progress. The whistle's blew. Tank got out of it. They'll lose a yard. But that's the thing about Tank. Tank keeps fighting. Still a bit of a quick whistle. Clock rolling now, going under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Grimes in motion to the near side, high snap. Mathis falls on it back at the 49-yard line and will lose 10. Smart play by Mathis. Didn't try to do anything funny with it. Just fell on the ball to fight another play. But it's third and way long now for the Indians. Third and about 21. Mathis throws over the middle, pass caught down to the 30-yard line to Anthony Grimes. They'll bring up a 4th and 2, 19 yards on the reception. Grimes will be in the slot to Mathis's right. Now he'll go in motion to the left. Cephas, the lone receiver near side. Mathis tucks it up under, has the first down and more. Mathis all alone into the end zone for the Penn Hills touchdown. 30 yards for Hollis Mathis. Took what they gave him. And Mathis takes 6. Play coming on a 4th and 2. And the war chant echoes through UHAS McGinley Stadium. Into the end zone for the conversion, Cephas. Score now, Penn Hills 48, Kiski 21. 3:36 to go, third quarter. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Kickoff bounces at the 23, picked up at the 20-yard line. Lander across the 30, out to the 35-yard line.
Luke Landers on the return. Tackled by William Steele.
Will Steele tackle for the Indians. New quarterback in for the Cavaliers, and completes a pass to Kuhn. Kuhn with a nice catch and run inside the 35. Ethan Garrico, the quarterback, passed down to the 32-yard line. 33 yards on the catch and run. Kiski not giving Ethan Garrico some time in a quarterback. Garrico, nice throw over the middle. Pass complete. First down, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Goes Garrett Polka. Dylan Bennett on the tackle for the Indians. And Daquan Hardy also in on the tackle. Garrico 2 for 2 on this drive for 49 yards. Garrico launching one's in the end zone towards Polka, and the pass incomplete, and they're going to call a penalty flag on Bennett. So it'll be half the distance to the goal penalty, automatic first down, so it's 7 yards to the 7. Garrico into the end zone, has a man, Kuhn, touchdown.
Curcio pass complete to Kuhn for a Kiski touchdown.
Garcio to Kuhn, 7 yards. Kiski to try the point after. Touchdown coming with 1:54 to go in the third. And the kick is up and good. 1:54 to go in third quarter. Penn Hills 48, Kiski 28. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Cavaliers go 65 yards in 4 plays. Garcio to Kuhn for 7 yards. And Kiski keeps hanging in there. Down 20. Try the onside kick. High snap. And Kuhn gets it for the Cavaliers at the 47-yard line.
Onside kick recovered by Troy Kuhn.
They're going to give him the 46-yard line of the Indians. They got the bounce. It went over the initial line of Indian defenders. And Kuhn caught it on the run, just as designed. Garcio still in at quarterback for the Cavaliers. Garcio incomplete on the near side, led Andre Mason a little too much. I'll tell you, if Kiski gets on the board here, this could be interesting. So wondering how long it's going to take the official to make the call. The receiver on the near side moved. And it seemed like forever before the official made the call.
Kiski.
Garcia flushed out of the pocket, takes off running. Across the 50. Crashes into Devin Best. Close to the first down. Excuse me, that would be the original yard line. I'll make it 3rd and 10. He picks up 5. Mason goes in motion to the right. Garcia looks that way, throws, pass too high, batted in the air and out of bounds. That was Dylan Bennett. It was intended for Morris. Bennett was able to hold on to that ball. That was 6 the other way. 4th and 10 now for the Cavaliers. After getting the onside kick, they'd hate to see them go. They would hate to go turn the ball over on downs here and not show anything for the effort. Pass tipped. That'll be well short of the first down. Polka. We'll get about 5 yards. But the Cavaliers were turning it over on downs with 54 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Cephas and Plowden on the tackle. Indians will get it at their own 42. Mars beat Armstrong tonight, 42-15. Armstrong will be here next Friday night. High snap. Mathis will throw. Cephas picks up about 13 down to the Cavalier 45-yard line. Nicholas Delp and Jay Kalechi on the tackle for the Cavaliers. I think the Indians are thinking they need some points. They're up 20. Tank looks for somewhere to go, and the Cavalier defense is right there to smother them for a loss of 3. Tackle by Khalil Collins, who led the wave.
Tackle by number 50, Kale Collins.
Great crowd on hand here in the second half. And the clock will wind out. After 3, the score, Penn Hills 48, Kiski 28. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Thanks, everybody at home watching us. One of the biggest crowds we've had broadcasting one of our games so far this season. So everybody that went home has popped on the computers, pulled up YouTube, and is watching. Appreciate it. Mathis with the option right to Tank. Tank cuts it back to the near side. If Tank can get to the outside, he has some room to go. Tank across the 50, the 45-40. Flag down behind him. And Tank will go out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Penalty flag back. 2 flags, one at the 48, one at the 49. Indians getting hit with a lot of penalties tonight. Again, if you're watching at home, we would love it if you would subscribe to the YouTube channel here that you are watching. Also, if you're a Twitterer, follow us on Twitter at PHQB Club, the official Twitter account of Penn Hills Indians High School football. What did they just signal? What was that? I mean, they're making it up as they go along here. I just... Indians are going backwards, but I'm not sure what the call was. I don't know. Maybe it was a chop block. It's a 15-yard penalty. Mathis launches one downfield, just a bit too far for Cephas. That'll bring up a 4th down, a flag back inside the 25-yard line. Roughing the passer call.
Roughing the passer. Kiski.
Gives the Indians a 1st down as well. Or does it? Apparently it doesn't. That is a 1st down. And finally they move the sticks. Tank. Across the 50, the 40, the Tank is on fire, and he's rumbling up the sideline. Touchdown, Penn Hills Indians. Tank goes 53 yards. And the Tank goes over 100. And the Indians, I think their largest point total of the season so far here. Tank, 124 yards rushing. I believe that's his 3rd touchdown of the game. Mathis to Grimes, point is good. Score, Penn Hills 56, Kiski area 28. 11:18 to go, fourth quarter. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Morris on the return. Tackle by Dante Pollard. Cavaliers start at their own 46-yard line. Cavaliers keep it on the ground. It across the 50 to the 48-yard line is Hayden Wright. Tackle by Jordy Boswell. 6-yard pickup. Garrico throws near side, has a man, and unable to connect with Morris.
Intended for Morris. Down.
False start by the Cavaliers. Make it 3rd and 9. Again, the Indians will be home next Friday night to take on Armstrong. Cavaliers will be at home in Hyde Park to take on, they'll be hosting Hampton, the Hampton Talbots. Garcia down the left sideline and threw it behind Kalechi. Brings up a 4th down for the Cavs. Clock stops with 9:56 to go. Hey, remember we said that early start? We might get home early tonight? Yeah, okay. Yeah. We should have brought sleeping bags. Kiski calls a timeout with 9:56 to go here, 3rd quarter. Penn Hills 56, Kiski area 28. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Winning number is 6, 9, 9, 5, 6, 2. You have the winning ticket and you're still here. Head on down to the booster booth. Pick up and send your winnings.
It's gone. There's no booster booth.
What did you say the last 3 numbers were?
Yeah, they are.
What are the last 3?
Or the last
6, 9, 9, 5, 6, 2.
562. False alarm here in the press box. Garcia on a 4th and 9. Indians bring the kitchen sink. Garcia gets the pass away, and he connects with Colecci for a first down. Needed 9, got 12.
Complete to Colecci. That results in a Kiski first down.
Nice reception by Colecci. Had to go down to put the body on the turf to come up with that one, and he did. Cavaliers down 28. They are not giving up. 9.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Jeffrey McLean for about 3 yards.
Jeffrey McLean on the carry.
Tackle by Tyree Brooks.
Tackled by Tyree Brooks.
Don't have the stat book on me, but this may be the longest as far as game time in the history of the Penn Indians. Another tidbit from the bread man. We're just riding it out up here. Where else would you rather be on a Friday night? Garcia down the near sideline. Overthrows Morris.
Incomplete. Intended for Morris.
Brings up a 3rd down. You said it was a cold front moving through. Does it feel that much colder to you? Still a little sticky up here. Third down and about 8 for the Cavaliers at the Indian 40-yard line. The Indians jump off sides, or they called the Indians on that one. Looked like McLean may have moved as well, but they got the Indians. Makes it a 3rd down and about 3, maybe 4 yards. Now the cheerleaders are still here. False start. The Cavaliers give it right back.
The procedure. Kiski.
Garcia looks left, throws right, has a man down over the middle and overthrows Palco. We'll bring up a 4th down. Clock will stop with 8:35. Polka, who had a touchdown pass earlier in this game. Fourth down, Garcia wanted to take off running, and he'll be sacked.
Garcia sacked in the backfield.
And Kiski will turn it over on downs once again.
Van Hills takes over.
Tyree Brooks will get credit with the sack. Hayes will take over at their own 44-yard line. Mathis still in for the Indians. Tank to his left, and it's going to be Tank. Tank's going to lose 4. I think Kiski's keen on that one. No, the Indians probably aren't going to be throwing that much.
Tackled by Khalil Collins.
Tank up the gut with a hole across the 50. The Tank is rumbling inside the 20, the 10. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Tank Smith. Penn Hills Indians on the board once again. 60-yard run for the Tank. Indians up 62-28. Indians make this conversion. We will have the mercy rule in effect. Mathis throws a shuffle pass inside. Indians get the conversion. Donnie Blue. Indians up 64-28.
Scores now Penn Hills 64. Kiski 28.
So we will have the running clock following the kickoff. 7:38 to go. I think that's the last we're going to see of Mathis and Smith. Tank Smith around 180 yards rushing on the night. Short kickoff by the Indians. Cavaliers get it at the 48-yard line.
Mason Bennett covers the kick for Kiski.
Bennett covered it for Kiski, and Devin Best. McLean on the carry for Cavaliers. Tyree Brooks with the tackle for the Indians. Unofficially have Tank Smith, 177 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Encroachment, Penn Hills.
Indians jump off sides. Cavaliers keep it on the ground. McLean again. Brent Hucks on the tackle for the Indians.
Number 58, Brent Hucks.
I get to lose a yard to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Tank Smith, the Breadman Home Slice player of the game for the Indians. Pass through the hands of Dilts.
Goshio pass, incomplete.
They bring up a 4th and short for the Cavaliers.
Intended for Dilts.
I don't know that we've had a punt in this game. We've had 1 punt in this game, I believe. Yeah. 1 punt in this game, both sides? 1 Hardy fumble. Just 1, that's it. Only 1 for both. Yeah, only 1 punt in this game. That's right, he did. The first one was a boomer. Yeah.
McLean on the carry.
McLean will pick up the 1st down for the Cavs.
That run results in a Kiski 1st down.
So it was Custer boomed one down to about the 20, and then the one that Hardy fumbled. Two punts. But the clock runs at 4.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. Garcio throws pass underneath. Unable to come up with it was Dilts.
Incomplete. Intended for Dilts.
Our broadcast is now at 4 hours and 46 minutes. Garcia throws left side. That was intended for Cody Marshall. Didn't look back. Brings up 3rd and 10. The clock continues to run. Under 3.5 to go. Penn 64, Kiski 28 here in the 4th quarter. Thanks for sticking around and watching this one to the end. The Indians will move to 5-0. Franchise victory number 498 for the Indians. Garcio's pass complete. Underneath, shake and bake. Makes 1 man miss. Finally brought down at the 28-yard line is Cody Marshall. About a 14-yard pickup for Marshall. Tackle on the play by Dylan Bennett.
Play results in a Kiski 1st down.
Garcia throws pass. Was intended for Calvin Henley.
Incomplete. Intended for number 88, Calvin Henley.
Clock under 2 minutes and running.
McLean on the carry.
McLean down to about the 22-yard line. Picks up about 5 yards. Tackle on the play by Cameron Hopkins, and Galapu Mena.
Tackle by Cameron Hopkins.
Clock running, 1:10 to go here in quarter number 4. Garcia's pass over the middle, picked off by the Indians. Coming up with the interception, the Indians' Cameron Hopkins.
Garcia's pass, intercepted by Cameron Hopkins.
Indians get it at the 23-yard line. I don't know that they even need to run a play. Clock is running, approaching 40 seconds. Indians need to take a knee, but they have Kamon Naylor in there. And Naylor will be sacked back at the 14-yard line. So that's definitely going to hurt his stats. And that's going to do it. That'll be the game. Indians will come to the near side to form the line at the 50-yard line. And the final score, Penn Hill 64, Kiski 28. Score at halftime was 34-14. Penn Hills wins the second half 30-14. Mathis to Hardy, 8 yards to start the scoring in half number 2. Drew Biss, a 2-yard run for the Cavaliers. It was 40-21. Mathis, a 30-yard run. Then Garrico to Kuhn for 7 yards. Indian teams were trading touchdowns. Tank Smith finally blew it open with a 53-yard run. And then it's followed up with a 60-yard run. And the Indians finish up 64-28. So let's wrap this one up quickly, because we've been here for a while. Almost 5 hours to be exact. So the Indians move to 5-0. Cavaliers will drop to 3-2. Indians here next Friday night hosting the Armstrong Riverhawks. The Cavaliers will be at home to host the Hampton Talbots. School win number 498. Indians have the possibility of hitting the 499th school victory next Friday night right here. Able to get that, they'll have an opportunity in Hampton to win the 500th game in Penn Hill school history. Thanks to all of you who are home watching, a good number of you tonight. Appreciate it, staying up late here with us tonight. Again, appreciate if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on Twitter at PHQB Club, and on Facebook, just look up Penn Hills Quarterback Club, and you can follow the Penn Hills Indians. Thanks to Helen, our spotter, and all-around great girl. Thanks to Bernard running the camera tonight, making everything go on. I'm Bill Navari, and thanks to each and every one of you for joining us here on the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Again, the final score, your Penn Hills Indians 64, the Kiski area Cavaliers 28. Thank you for watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.